Welcome to OSR Garage. Today I'm going to tell you why I had to move my reservation for my Ford Lightning. So let's go. So I'm going to give you a little update on the Ford Lightning and what happened with the last video where I thought I was the only person who had a reservation at that dealership because they weren't allowed to sell EVs. Well, come to find out they can sell EVs now, and I don't really know whether I was the only reservation holder or not, but I tried to get in contact with them several times. I emailed the salesman that I talked to the first time that, tried to sell me their demo. He didn't respond. So then I contacted the sales manager. He didn't respond to any emails either. So what I did next was I had a business card from a salesman at the dealership from when I had stopped in there before. When I got a hold of him on the cell phone, I talked to him about my reservation for the Lightning, and he wasn't aware of any reservations that they had at that dealership, but he was going to check on them. And then he asked me, he said, "Are you particular about the color and trim and stuff like that?" I said, "Well, yeah." I said, "I reserved one. I'm going to order it how I want to order it." He goes, "Well, I was just going to let you know we've got one coming in." And I said, "Well, that's your demo, right?" And he said, "Yeah, I believe so." And he said, "I think it's black on black, but I could check into it if you're interested in buying it." And I said, "You can't sell your demo." And he said, "Well, I can. We can sell it for $20,000 over." I said, "Well, that's not going to help you out when Ford fines you $25,000 and won't give you another demo for 90 days. And he said, "Well, what are you talking about?" And I said, "Ford sent out information to the dealerships that this is what was going to happen. They will be punished if they sell their demos." He didn't seem to know anything about it. And I said, "Well, besides that, can you check on my reservation and see where I'm in line at your dealership with being able to order when it comes time for the order banks to open up?" And he said, "Yes, yeah, that's no problem. I can check with the sales manager." And I said, "Okay, well, I just want to make sure that I'll be purchasing it at MSRP. And he said, "Well, no, you'll have to pay over MSRP because you're using one of our allocations to order it." And I said, "Now, wait a minute." I said, so now I'm thinking, now I have to buy the right to order my Ford Lightning? I already paid my reservation, and now they're telling me that if I want to order my truck from their dealership, I have to buy one of their allocations to order the truck? That does not seem right. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm not sure what their thoughts on this was, but with them not responding to my emails, not responding to phone calls, then this salesman telling me that I'm going to have to basically buy an allocation spot from the dealership for them to order my truck is starting to sound a lot like what we have been hearing and seeing on YouTube. The dealers canceling customer orders when the trucks get ready to come in or they know they're getting delivered, canceling the customer's orders and then marking the truck up and selling it to someone else. It's just ridiculous. Because of the things that these dealerships are doing right now, and I understand they're trying to make some money, trying to pay their bills, trying to keep their dealership open. I understand that. And most people understand if it's a couple $1,000s over, it's one thing. But when you're raising the prices $25,000 and $30,000 to take advantage of new products, new vehicles coming out on the market, it's ridiculous. And that's what's going to end up driving manufacturers to start finding a way to sell direct to customers, and the dealerships will basically be a service center. Now, this is not all dealerships. Not every dealership does this, but some do. And it has become our job to find the dealerships that are not doing that are not putting up markups, that are not selling above MSRP. Make sure you do your research. Prepare to have to travel to buy the vehicle that you want. So I text my sales associate at the regular dealership that I bought my truck and we bought our Bronco Sport from, and he told me that they've been having this issue. He said he's had another client of his move their reservation to his dealership also because of a similar situation. they were wanting to charge over MSRP, and this dealership does not do that. They are the largest truck selling Ford dealership in the Midwest. So they probably have a little bit higher priority with Ford because they sell so many trucks at that dealership. They probably have a pretty decent size allocation, and so there's still a good chance that with my reservation position, I can still have a good shot at possibly getting it later this year or early next spring. And when I was looking at this dealership's website, they actually had several 2022 vehicles on their website for sale. So that kind of goes to show that they are getting vehicles when other people aren't. So Ford knows that they sell vehicles and they turn vehicles over very quickly. In that aspect, they've got a little priority with Ford. So then I called Ford customer service, and I was wondering how hard is it going to be to move this reservation from one dealership to the next. The first time I was going to call and move my reservation was because the dealership that I have my reservation with was not EV certified, and I knew they weren't going to have any allocations to order one. So I was going to go ahead and move it then. But I decided to wait and see what happened, and then this is what happened. They did get EV certified. They are able to sell them, and now they're wanting to sell them for over MSRP. They want to charge me to use one of their allocations to order the truck, and I'm not doing that. So when I got a hold of customer service with Ford, I told them that I'd like to move my reservation from the dealership where I had it at to this other dealership. So they asked me who I had it with, pulled up my information, pulled up my reservation number, asked me who I was going to move it to, and got the correct address and their information, and they moved my reservation. I was on the phone maybe 2 or 3 minutes and was done. And I was really surprised that they didn't ask why I wanted to move it. I had heard in the past that you had to tell them why, and some were saying that they had to prove that the dealership, what the dealership was doing and the reason why they wanted to move to another dealership. I think originally they were trying to just stop dealership hopping, or saying, oh, they don't have enough allocations that I'd have to wait, so I'm going to move mine over to this one. I think they were just trying to level the playing field at first by making you go through a few extra hoops to get things done. But now I think they know what's going on. The trucks are being out and being delivered. The allocations are going out to the dealerships. They know that these dealerships are marking these trucks up and charging well over MSRP. I think Ford is just like, just let them move it. Or this person was just like, I'm not even going to bother to listen to it because it's going to be the same thing I hear all the time. So they just went ahead and moved it, and I was off the phone, like I said, in just a few minutes. So I got my reservation moved to that other dealership. And when I talked to the dealer, he said he was going to notify me when the demo came in so I could go test drive that. And I'm going to take my cameras so we can get some video of that. I don't know if they're going to let me videotape the test drive or not, but I will get some video of the truck itself there. There's going to be some more updates coming in the next few weeks and months up to until I actually take possession of the Ford Lightning. If you want to keep up to date on this little adventure we've got going on, click subscribe, click the like button, and I will see you later.